Nnamdi Kanu on today's broadcasts reacts angrily to the fresh deployment of 200 soldiers by the Nigerian Janjaweed government to Enugu and Ebonyi states, belittles the number 200 and warns them to increase it, that they are nothing but bushmeats. Thank you very much for watching this channel, and please, if you're one of our internet subscribers, may you click the subscribe button and click the notification bell, and may Elohim bless and promote each and every one of you, especially our returning subscribers. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.
I say happy Easter to each and every one of you. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the largest mass movement on the face of this very earth, IPOB, the children of the light, those who are directly descended from heaven itself. I am the director of Radio Biafra Television, and if not by the grace of God, we couldn't be where we are today. Therefore, I state unequivocally that by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. And as I welcome you, please try to welcome other people as well. It is very, very important that you also welcome people regardless of where you are. The enemies will try to suppress what we are doing, but they will continue to fail as they have failed in the past. Before I came on air this evening, we received intelligence that 200 zoo soldiers were going to Nsukka in Enugu State and Ebonyi in civilian buses and an army vehicle that had machine gun mounted on top of it. I tweeted it before I came live on air. They are coming to kill. So I hope they are coming. Let me assure Biafrans this evening all over the world that if these idiots from the Sahel were to come down in their military uniform, because what they do is that they dispatch only 200. But they have Fulani Janjaweed hiding in our forests, near police barracks and police formations, or should I say army barracks and police formations. They normally give them army uniforms to come out and attack people, pretending that they are the army. Listen to this, only 200 they are sending. That means that in Onitsha barracks, in Obinze barracks at 82 Division or Hafia, there is nothing there. They think we don't know, but we know that there is nothing inside of Hafia barracks. We know that very well. Anytime they feel the need to come to support their fellow terrorists, because they are sending them to come to support those who are already on the ground, Fulani, bandits and terrorists in our forests. Only 200. And now let me ask you this question. If they had soldiers all around Biafra land, apart from those manning checkpoints, do you think they will send 200 soldiers from the north? Nigeria has no army. They think we don't know, but we know. That is why they are in a hurry should I say, to induct terrorists into the formal security architecture of the zoo called Nigeria. These are the things that some of you do not know, or you know, or you pretend not to know. I don't know what is wrong with some of you, but I can assure you categorically, you see these 200, we are going to meet them. And you will hear the story. And I can assure you that not many of them will go back alive to the north. You see, we are in freedom fighting. And we know that in freedom fighting, there are no rules. All the gloves are off. That was why we raised the dragon flag. They don't know the meaning of it. If you don't know, go back and check what it means. No rules of engagement. They will kill us, and we are going to kill them. But in the end, we are going to win, because we are not going to stop until Biafra is liberated. We can never stop. We will continue to fight. If there is only one girl and one boy left, let them continue to sire the next generation of Biafrans. We are not. I want Britain to understand this. I want all these neo-colonialists to understand something. You see, you look at us as black people. You say, oh, Biafrans, you're surrounded, you cannot do anything. But I want to now let you all understand that 1967 to 1970 is not in this era that we live in. We are all going to die together. That is a very clear assurance. We are going to perish together. That thing you're looking for, you're going to find it. And I want to reiterate once again, I don't want to see any police checkpoint in Biafra land. If you come out, you will die. I don't want to see any police checkpoint anywhere. There are two things I don't want to see nor hear about. No checkpoint by the police or the army, and no Fulani in our land as terrorists. They can live in the township if they want to, but not in our forest. They cannot be there. They have opened the gates of hell. I cannot guarantee you that any elections will hold anymore in our land. I don't know if we are suffering from politicians. I don't know where this disease is coming from. We must cure it. I want our enemies to understand how fanatical we are about this quest to liberate Biafra from the shackles of the iniquitous zoological republic. You need to understand this very clearly. We are not going to stop. We are not going back. I don't care what you say. It doesn't matter what your report says. I don't care the countries putting it together. It is irrelevant to me. What matters is the liberation of Biafra. Therefore, if Katrina Lang has any brain in her skull, if all those idiots encouraging the zoo to continue, if they have any brain in their skull, they will say, let us allow Biafra to go with their trouble, because I can assure you, as night follows day, that Biafra must come or we all die in the process. Do you know why? Because what we are looking for is what belongs to us. I am asking for something that I had before the white man came. White man is not God. He's not God. God is in heaven. I assure you, God Almighty is in heaven, and His will must be done upon our lives. They are not God. Nobody can create a country for me. I decide where I want to belong to. The people must decide if Nigeria is their country or not. Not a white man and a white woman. All these idiots suffering from inferiority complex, shame on all of you. You are foolish. Useless black people, because of your stupidity. That is why Africa is being treated the way it is today, like a trash can, more or less. As Trump said, a shithole. A white man has no business creating country for me, because I, Nnamdi Kanu, as a black man, I cannot go to Europe to create a country for them. Why then should I allow a white man and a drunken white woman to come to my land to create country for me? If you accept it, you are inferior. If you accept it, you are a nigger. If you accept it, you are stupid. In fact, you are a gorilla is better than you. A monkey is better than you. That is why they insult you abroad. That is why they kill you, because they look at you as the embodiment of stupidity. Let them come to defend one Nigeria with 200 soldiers. What they are telling us is that they don't have any soldiers. If they can bring only paltry 200 men, maybe from the Advanced Tactical Air Command in Makrodi, or maybe from Kaduna or from Bauchi, that goes to show that Nigeria has no army. And because you know that they say whom the gods want to destroy, heaven will first of all make them mad because they are foolish. Let me tell you why I know that God will destroy Nigeria beyond recognition. I will tell you why. Because they are Fulani Janjaweed, they are stupid by nature. Very hopeless, they are unthinking. The people thinking for them are the British. The reason why I told my father I must go to England to study is because I want to understand that thing, that juju they did on all of us, that made us so foolish. Now we know the medicine, and we are applying it. You see, the Fulani will come because they are very foolish. They will deploy, they don't have the army to deploy to the south, because they know that once they leave the north, believe you me, their own homegrown bandits will destroy them. They know it. They can see what is happening in Yemen, in Syria, in Afghanistan, where the same Janjaweed mentality obtains. backed up by a very misleading interpretation of the Quran. That is the reason why they're sending only 200. If they had an army to send, they will send a battalion. They will send a full brigade. But they do not have the soldiers to fight. This is one thing that Nigerians don't understand. They do not have it. We outnumber them by over 100,000 to 1. That is something people don't understand. We outnumber these people. They don't have the soldiers to keep everybody quiet at the same time. That is why they employ the media, they employ the fulefus, they employ the saboteurs to drive fear into you. They do not have the army to fight. Nigeria doesn't have the army. That is why they are begging Chad, ordinary Chad, one of the poorest countries in the world. That is why they are begging Niger, one of the poorest countries in the world, to come and help them to fight a so-called giant. That tells you they do not have soldiers to fight. We are the ones holding ourselves. The people now holding us down are those from the Middle Belt. If the Middle Belt people have decided to be Fulani slaves, they must come out and say it. We are conquered people. From now onwards, we are slaves. Oduduwa have indicated their willingness to be free. So have we Biafrans. Middle Belt are the people now saying they are happy to be Fulani slaves. If they are happy to be Fulani slaves, then let them come out and tell us. Right now, immediately. We outnumber their army. You know, sometimes in war, you need to think. When your enemy makes a move, you calculate it, you analyze it, it tells you a lot that they may not be willing to come out to say in the open. For them to send only 200 bushmeat down to Biafra land means that they don't have any army. We are the only people they are afraid of, with all due respect to everybody else. The only people that the zoo are afraid of are Biafran people. No other person. Others can go out and protest and do rally and do it. They won't talk. They know that the only people capable of forcing through this agenda of dismemberment of the zoological republic are we Biafrans. They know it very well. The advisors, they tell them every day. How determined we are. We are the ones holding ourselves. So what I mean by that is that the fulefus, the idiots talking about our state, talking about Nigeria, talking about football. You people are fools. Fulani is playing with you. You know, when we teach you about value systems and the reason why or the need why people who are willing or able to come together to form a nation must have a common value system, you don't understand it because they don't teach you these things in universities. You go to school, you come out even more moronic than you went to school in the first place. Now, if those people they are sending to come down to our land, those 200 soldiers are there to kill their own fellow Fulani heads, but we know they cannot. Have you ever asked yourself, why is it that we know the forest where Fulani headsmen are camped? We know when they are coming to villages to attack. Have you ever asked yourself, a Fulani headsman of over, say, 80 people going into a village to murder people, they are retreating. There are police stations along the way. Have you ever asked, you zoo people, zoo animals, Nigerians, have you ever asked yourself, why is it difficult for the police or the army to give chase after Fulani bandits and killers, after they must have sacked a village? Why are they not doing it? Sometimes they said God made man in his own image. In other words, giving us the ability to be able to reason and to discern. And I'm asking you this evening, for those who are listening to me, I'm asking you, have you ever actually sat down? It's not difficult. I'm not asking you to do a very difficult analysis of a complex situation or an equation. For instance, ask yourself, this village has been attacked by Fulani. That village, why don't they deploy helicopter gunships to go and look for them? Why is it? Have you ever heard before that after an attack on a village by Fulani headsmen, that the police gave them chase or the army? Have you ever heard that before? Simple question. I'm putting this question to all the chief justices and judges of all the Biafran states. Those of you holding Biafrans, sending them to Abuja to be killed by a Fulani Janjaweed. I'm asking you a simple question. All these years you've been hearing about Fulani headsmen attack in this village, in that village. I am asking you, Every time I am asking you, all the time, every time you hear about all these things, have you ever heard that 82 Division Enugu are now chasing those headsmen that came to Zone 1 and killed people? Have you ever heard, after the massacre in Bend, that somehow Ohafia mobilized, or Obinze mobilized? Have you ever heard that headsmen are being pursued by the army or the police after an attack on a village? It's a simple question. Any day you can get your brain around this, any day, believe you me, any day you sit down and you think about what I've just said now, you will hate Nigeria more than I hate Nigeria. A land brimming with hypocrites, unrepentant hypocrites, evil people. Army are busy attacking villagers, defending themselves. None of you can reason. None of you can think and ask yourself, but so that what it means is that all these people, Fulani killers, that what they are doing is legitimate. That's what you're saying by your silence. That's what it means. That is why when I read Zoo newspapers, when I read their commentators or people talking about Nigeria, I laugh at them. Do you know why I laugh at them? Because they are very, very foolish. I have never heard before that the army attacked any camp run by bandits. I have never heard that. I have never heard that helicopter gunships went looking for Fulani terrorists. Never, ever before. Maybe against Boko Haram, because Boko Haram is killing them. That's all. Now ask yourself why that is the case. Any day you answer that question, believe you me, you will despise the zoo more than I do. These are the things you need to understand. These are the things that you need to know about your stupid one Nigeria. That is why I keep saying, when I see somebody talk, I'm a Nigerian, one Nigeria, believe you me, you are beneath an animal. You are the greatest fool. I can't even stand you. Because you're foolish. Irredeemably foolish. I'm asking you a simple question. Have you ever heard before that Fulani, have you ever heard before that after the attack at Ozo 1, after the attack on Ebonyi villages, did you hear that the army are now chasing those people that came and killed innocent people? The answer is no. All you do is you lament, you can sit down. When we formed ESN to stop such rubbish, or some of you idiots were complaining, that you never blame the Fulani for coming to kill your people. No, you won't blame them. Look at Dave Umahi. Talking like a fool. Talking like a fool. Dave Umahi, talking like an idiot. He came out, he said, oh, I loved you, Fulani. I'm in love with you. Now you have killed my people. I was protecting you. One phone call. The idiot changed his mind and started singing a different tune altogether. They are your so-called leaders. Are these the leaders you will go to war with? Are they going to defend you when the Fulani come killing you? Or when they will come to your village? They are killing us anyway. When they now enter your village, are you trusting these idiots to defend you? You call your governors? I'm asking you a simple question. Do you trust them to defend you? The answer is no. There was an attack at Eleme. Fulani came and killed our mothers. Our mothers were protesting at Eleme in broad daylight. We came and confirmed the vigilante in the township, to Mount Roadblock in the township. These are your leaders, yes? These are the so-called leaders that you have. Shame on all of you. And shame on your ignorance. Let them bring the 200 men. Come now, we are waiting. You think we are running away? Bring them now, bring the 2. Is it not the same AK-47 you have that we have? The same thing now that you have, isn't it? Come now, let us see. We are waiting for you, come. And how far to Nsuka? Come now, we are waiting. When Danjuma was saying it, some of you were just, some of you read newspapers, you do nothing with it. No wonder. After traveling abroad like Obasanjo, studying engineering, you come back, you can't even build ordinary road to your other farm. You cannot build it yourself. You have to go and bring Julius Berger from Germany. Now I understand the reason why. Because we black people, we study, we read, we take nothing away from that thing we have read. That is why sometimes, maybe even the delay in the book that I'm writing, sometimes I think will even understand what I'm writing about. Will even have time to read it. All of you were there, you read newspapers, including our everybody. You read the paper. What did the paper report? A former defense minister, the man T.Y. Danjuma that killed Ironsi, a Biafran, a Fulani slave, a conk Fulani, a servant of the Fulani Caliphate. He owns over 5 oil wells. A proper Nigerian, because as a Nigerian you have to own oil well, you have to support evil, you have to hate Biafran people. Once you do all of that, you are a proper, you are now a Nigerian. Who doesn't know T.Y. Danjuma? I repeat, who does not know T.Y. Danjuma? A Fulani slave, and what did he say? If you will not listen to Nnamdi Kanu, don't listen to Radio Biafra, don't listen to IPOB, don't listen to anybody agitating for freedom. Let us listen to a one Nigerian is what he had to say. It's out there in the public domain, but you know, black people will just read it. This is what Danjuma said. And you just go to bed. You don't act on that thing you have learned. What did Danjuma say? I'm saying this in connection with these 200 people coming down from the zoo north. I'm saying it because of the complicity of 82 Division or Hafia Barracks, Obinze Barracks, Onitsha Barracks. What they specialize in is abducting Biafrans. That's all they do. When serious crime is being committed within their vicinity by Fulani people, they do nothing. Instead, the Fulani will go and commit atrocities and run into the barracks. And one day we'll chase them into their barracks. Can I just repeat what I've just said? One day we are going to pursue them into either Obinze Barracks or Hafia Barracks or Onitsha. Anywhere they run to, we'll pursue them there. And that day, I want you to remember the broadcast tonight that I said it. Nigerian army harboring Fulani terrorists in our land. One day you will get it hot from us. I will tell you what Danjuma said. Danjuma said, the armed forces of Nigeria are not neutral. Do you know what it's telling me? This was the submission. This was the submission that Danjuma made to British government, to Britain. What did Danjuma say? I will read it for you. The armed forces of Nigeria are not neutral. What it means is that the armed forces of Nigeria are working for Fulani interest. Because maybe sometimes when we read this grammar, all this grammar, some of us don't understand what it means. I will break it down for you. The armed forces of Nigeria are not neutral, which means you see your soldier, our boys, our soldiers, they are working for Fulani interest. They collude with armed bandits. A former defense minister, somebody who fought against Biafra, somebody that has 5 oil wells. In other words, it is in his interest for Nigeria to continue. What is he saying? He is saying that your so-called Nigerian armed forces are supporting Fulani terrorists. Those that came to also wanted to kill us. That was why the army did not respond. Those that went to Ebonyi to kill us. That was why the army and police never responded. Instead, they will come and try to stop us from exacting revenge against these people. And when Danjuma said this thing and it was widely published and reported, where did your brain go to? I'm asking all of you, where did your brain, your skull, where did it go to? Does it mean you didn't quite understand what was happening or what? Danjuma said that the reason why, let me repeat, the reason why Fulani bandits are everywhere killing people is because Nigeria army is with them, working with them and supporting them. Do you know the funniest thing? This submission was made to United Kingdom government by Danjuma. Is Danjuma a Biafran? Danjuma was the man that killed Ironsi. Nobody can accuse him of loving Biafra or IPOB or having any, should I say, secessionist tendencies. And this particular submission was adopted by the Special Parliamentary Group in the UK Parliament. Both some members of the House of Lords and members of the House of Commons, they adopted this. It was in their report. You know what is paining me? Katrina Lang saw all of this. They saw all of these things. They have seen it. They have seen all of these things. They know very well what is happening. Britain knows that Nigeria army that they're helping is supporting terrorists. According to Danjuma, do you know what they do? The army help the terrorists to kill people. They kill Nigerians. That is what Danjuma said. They facilitate their movements. In other words, the army are the people telling the terrorists where to go. Go to Zone 1. If you call us, if the call will not respond, go there and attack them. That is why they have Fulani police commissioners. Fulani commandant. In every army barracks, you have Fulani. In every police station, there is Fulani. Why do you think they are doing it? Why? I'm asking you. Do you have brain at all in your skull? The Nigerian army, according to Danjuma, a former defense minister, and a general, a major general, in fact, a general, full general, they facilitate the movement of the terrorists, Nigerian army. They cover them. If you depend on armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one. We ignored this warning. That was the reason why they came to Ozo 1. They have killed there 4 times. They came to Ebonyi. Every day they are attacking Ebonyi and killing villagers. And you know the funniest thing? Britain knows all of this. And on top of that, they are lying. I have never seen the United States before send any fact-finding mission, or Britain for that matter, to say, go and ascertain if what people are saying is correct. That is the reason why I believe that there is a conspiracy against black people. If we cannot get them with HIV/AIDS, we get them with Lassa fever. If Lassa fever cannot kill them, we get them with COVID-19. If COVID-19 cannot kill them, then we support dictators in the continent of Africa to be killing their citizens, and we will not talk. That's what they're doing. This is another strategy at population reduction. Britain is using the Fulani to reduce the population of indigenous people because it is win-win for them. The less black people you have in the world is better for Britain. It's better for them. That's what they want. Have you not seen that video? If you watch that, there's a video, you will be in shock. They said they want to reduce world population by 3 billion, and from Africa mostly. So if COVID cannot kill them, HIV/AIDS cannot kill them, Ebola cannot kill them, Lassa fever cannot kill them, and malaria cannot kill them, then let us sponsor people like Fulani people to be killing them. Is gain for us. Some of you don't know this. And that is what I'm telling you this evening. That is why we are taking our time to educate all of you, that you may understand. Why have you ever heard? Look at Fulani in Yoruba forest killing people. Have you ever heard that after an attack on a village, that the army and the police went out with their hillocks in pursuit of Fulani? Never. If that has never happened, then ask yourself this question. Why is it that the army never pursue Fulani killers after an attack on a village? Then you would understand why they have how Fulani police commissioners and Fulani commandant, army barracks, commandant all over the place. They planned this thing very well. Their main advisors are the British. Britain does not want Africa to develop. Britain has no, forget all that stupid nonsensical grant. They give them grant and loan and aid. Rubbish, pure rubbish. They don't want you to develop. That's why they support idiots and fools in power. That is the reason why they issued the nonsensical Lekki report on the shooting. And there was something that Frederick Douglass said. I'm quoting this thing for Britain so they understand. Britain, you know how stubborn we are. We Biafran people, you know how stubborn. Igbo people, you know, you acknowledged many years ago that there are 3 races you are not able to subdue. The Irish, the Igbo people, and the Kikuyus of Kenya. You said it with your own mouth. These are the 3 tribes you could not subdue. You said it yourself. That is how we are born. In our bones is the yearning for freedom. We are born free. We are free people from before the Isles of Britain were formed by tectonic forces. Before the island of Britain started drifting away from Europe. Before the English Channel existed. The ancient people occupied the present day Biafra land. They believed in freedom. That is why we are the only people that answer autonomous community anywhere in the world. The reason being that we don't want to be under anybody we don't want to be under. Forget what happened after the war. All the Oabia seekers and their generation that you groomed to be telling us rubbish every day. Our eyes are now very much open. You can no longer deceive us. Never. Where justice is denied, where poverty is enforced, where ignorance prevails, as in the case of the zoo. They are telling that the army is supporting the Fulani people. You are there saying, our army, our soldier, our police. Idiotically talking rubbish every day. Where ignorance prevails, as it is in the zoo called Nigeria, where any one class is made to feel that society is an organized conspiracy to oppress them, rob and degrade, neither persons nor properties will be safe. That is what I want Britain and their lapdog Fulani to understand. And all of you idiots answering Nigerians, you are all fools. I will say it, in fact, I say it to your faces anyway. What can you do? All the Nigerian fools, all the idiots that answer Nigeria, the idiots who didn't go to school, because if you are learned, I swear you cannot answer in Nigeria. You cannot. I want to let all of you understand this. There will be no peace. None whatsoever. Until Biafra is free, there will be no peace. I guarantee you that.